Hello YouTube, this is Asatsu5 and this is a review over the Colombian River Knife and Tool Nishi. Fun fact, Nishi means west in Japanese. And that's a fitting name because you have this Japanese inspired kind of Bowie knife thing going on. And I'm one of those weird people who like to carry fixed blades. I don't always carry fixed blades, but it's not uncommon for me to carry fixed blades. But there's also a weird thing that I don't really care for neck knives. I don't like wearing neck knives outside of my shirt where they're showing, and I don't like neck knives that print underneath the shirt too much. I'm not opposed to wearing a neck knife that is comfortable to me underneath my shirt, but I'm just not a big neck knife guy. And it's not that I think neck knives are a little bit showy, but I don't mind showy because I have something like this that I like to carry when I want to make a statement. Something that looks really nice. It just so happens that in most cases, to me, neck knives are not pretty. And this is a pretty knife. Has stag, nice tooled leather. I don't mind wearing this and showing it off in front of everybody. But when it comes to neck knives, EDC fixed blades, I usually wear them in the waistband, concealed. So, and I started doing this with this knife right here. This is the Bastinelli Urban Raptor. No longer in production. This is my first custom knife, basically. Bastinelli from Bastinelli Creations. He used to be on YouTube, but he's now moved to Instagram. But he's a French knife maker, now American. But back when I knew him, he was in France. He's from France. He spoke French in his videos, and he had a very cool taste in music, classic rock. I liked his designs, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to get me a custom knife. I'm going to get one from Bastinelli. Now that I digress. Trust me, I'm going to bring this all together in this video. But this was my first EDC fixed blade. And this is, I guess you can say, well, technically this one's my newest one. But this is the newest one that I've tested and carried. And has some pros, has some cons. Let's get through the stats and specifications out of the way, because that's kind of the boring part in my opinion. Plain edge. 8CR13 MOV, so not the coolest blade steel, but it's an affordable knife. It cost $80 from the Colombian River Knife and Tool website. You're going to find it cheaper other places. It's a Lucas Bornley collaboration, and the blade length is 4.42 inches, or 112.17 millimeters. It weighs about 4 ounces. It's 3.80 ounces, or 107 grams. And a glass reinforced nylon sheath. So it's a cool knife in my opinion. When I first saw it being shown at SHOT Show, I've never been to SHOT Show, but when I first saw this being shown at SHOT Show, I was like, I have to have it. I have the Obaki. The Obaki is designed by the same guy, has a similar concept, but it looks more like a Tanto, not like a Bowie, and it's smaller. By the way, I have a modded out Obaki coming my way in the future. All things go as planned. And so anyways, I like the Obaki. It was one of my favorite EDC fixed blades, and this was a must-have for me. Now, there was some downsides to this. And first off, the one downside that bugs me probably the most, or I'm going to say this one's the most, is the short static line. This works off a static line system. You put this through your belt loop or your belt, then you put the knife in the sheath, and then you put this in your waistband, and then when you want to draw the knife, you pull on it, and the line snags on your belt loop or belt, or it's tied to it, and then you have the knife and you can use it. It's called a static line. I love that carry. I've, as you can see, used it with the Urban Raptor quite a bit. This is kind of the length that I like, and I put a little loop on it to make it easier to take off the belt. But the problem with this one isn't that it's hard to draw or anything. It's that you have to take the knife out of the sheath in order to loop it through your belt loop or belt before you can and then you have to put the knife back in and then put it in your waistband. It's just kind of a hassle. It's kind of irritating. The other thing that irritates me about this knife is the titanium nitride coating. Now it's on there thick. I don't know how well you can see it, but can you hear that? But it's actually thick enough that you can feel the transition of the painted and bare steel, and I don't really like that. I wish there was a smoother transition. I wish there was DLC coating, because as you can see, not with a ton of use, not a lot of abusive use, the coating is rubbing off. And so the big discussion is, do I go ahead and strip all of that off and you lose that fake hormone, which I think makes it look kind of cool, or do I keep it where it's kind of fading and stuff? Also, the Columbia River Knife and Tool Nishi has a fat bevel. I forgot to mention that on the kind of disappointing cons of the knife. It could be a little bit better. It's not terrible. I mean, it'll cut, but it could be a little bit better slicer. And so we got that going on, a fat bevel. So that's it. Thought I'd add that into the video. Anyways, this is a cool knife in other ways. One, it's affordable. Two, it has a pretty neutral handle, which if you're a fan of James Williams, you'll like that from being able to manipulate it. And also because it has a neutral handle, it doesn't tell you how to grip it. You can grip it in the paw grip, ice pick grip, hammer grip, Filipino or modified saber grip, whatever you want to call it. This knife doesn't really allow you to grab it in the paw grip. It tells you how to hold it. So you're either going to hold this in the hammer grip or the saber grip. And I'm running out of battery. But that's okay, because I'll charge it. Anyways, the point is that this is an affordable knife, and you have a lot of versatility with it, mediocre steel, and it has some kind of inconvenient things about it, but overall I'm really happy with it. And I think this could be doubled as a self-defense knife, as a hunting knife, or as a EDC knife. And it has a very good grip due to the wrap. Very nice in the hand. I'm not afraid of it riding up, my fingers riding up the blade. And I really enjoy it. So I'm going to end this video before my battery runs out. So that's it. I'm a Satsu 5, and I'm out.